Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping in. If this is your first time here at the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you here. Ring the little bell. That will notify you when I upload any new videos, when I go live, when I post on the community tab. Anything related with my channel, it should pop up in some notification. uh, Hit the thumbs up before you head out, and if you have time, leave me a comment down below. Love chatting with you guys. Today I wanted to do a comparison of two EDC pouches. Now, you guys have seen this one before if you've been around for a little while, and then you might have had a quick look at this guy here. But I just wanted to do kind of a overview and like a show and tell type of thing, so that way people can get an idea, because I know if you're like me and looking for a pouch, you might not even know you're looking for a pouch. And not to say that they're the handiest thing in the world, and not to say that they're not. If you want to put a decent amount of gear in a small space, this is the way to go. If you don't need to have that gear with you, then you probably don't need it. But in an EDC sense, if you want to have something like this as like an emergency type of deal, it would be perfect as like a small kit. This is the StW pouch, the charcoal black. You can find these on Etsy. You type in STW and it should pop right up. He was great to deal with. I have showed this before, as I said. I'll try to link a video up in the corner. But I wanted to do a comparison of these. They're both made very, very well. I want to bring this guy in real quick. This was my first attempt at like a pocket pouch or a pouch to throw in a backpack or whatever. This is Maxpedition's smallest zipper pouch like this in this style. They do have some other ones, which leads me to my next point. I will be doing a video on a bunch of different pouches coming up, all sizes, a couple different brands. But as you can see here, the Maxpedition is it's a little bigger, a little longer, which ain't necessarily a bad thing. It does still fit in your back pocket. The problem with these is you can put a lot of stuff in here, which makes it very bulky. You have these straps and then these two big pouches and then a net pouch up front. So you end up overfilling it and you just have way too much. Now, this was kind of the answer for a long time, and it still is if I'm going to need some gear with me. If I know I might need some stuff, this is the pouch I would probably turn to. I mean, it's just flashlight, multi-tool, box cutter, fire starter, pen, tweezers, pry bar. There's just a lot of use in this little pouch, and it can be configured however you would like. Now, this is the Shadowborn Hanks and EDC collaboration pouch. I've been using the crap out of this since I got it. They both give you a nice Velcro field there for your patches. You can put a bead on the end like I have here, or you see here. And then on the back, you do have two slots, a larger one and a smaller one. You can fit just about any size knife in that side there. The only one I've ran into are some cold steels and some knives that are labeled XL. For instance, like a Sheepdog XL is not going to fit in there. The Proponent is not going to fit in here. It's got to be a standard size knife, and it will fit pretty much any one of them. So you saw the Nimble W in there. It will hold the Vero Axon liner lock. Do you think it'll fit a paramilitary too? It will, easily. Fits good. No issues with that. It does poke a little bit, but not a big deal at all. And then on this side is a skinnier side. You can put a pen, a flashlight, a multi-tool, a pry bar, kind of whatever you think you might need that day. Today I just decided to throw my A-Locks Victorinox in there. Fits perfectly in there. And then on the zipper side, you can fit, I stashed a Hank in here. And what else did I shove in here? Oh, my pen. So I got a Hank folded up in there, which is my EDC, one of their Hanks. And I think a pen is in here. Yeah, my tactile turn pen is in here, and there's plenty of other room as well. I could have stuffed this a little more if I wanted to, but a pen, a multi-tool, and a knife along with a Hank, that's pretty good for an EDC during the day anyway, because I don't find myself needing. Now I have other stuff with me. I have a bigger pouch, a bigger Maxpedition that I keep with me in my backpack, but at least on my person, this is a perfect little pouch. These can be gotten on EMPEDC.com. He does do drops of them like every month, I believe he has for the last couple months anyway. I don't believe they're available right now. I think he just had some and they're gone. So if you are interested in one of these Shadowborn Hank EMP EDC collabs, you kind of have to jump on it right away. It does come with one patch and one bead, which is that's an awesome deal. You get to start with one patch, you get the lanyard bead right off the get-go, and then you get the pouch, which that is an awesome deal in my opinion. So you can see this is just, even if this is not, it's just skinnier. It's not quite, it might be as wide and tall. It's just not built as big as this one, which makes this even good to slide in like a front pocket, of your jeans or your sweatpants or whatever. And it will definitely fit in your back pocket. So I have found myself going to this pouch a lot more. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with this guy. It was living in my backpack for a little while, but I figured I might as well, if I'm going to have it in my backpack, I might as well go with a bigger one and put more gear in it. Bigger gear, more gear, and keep this. Maybe I'll keep it in the truck, or I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really need it in my truck, so that's one reason why I haven't decided to do that. But the capability of both of these is amazing. Like I was saying, the ability to put a decent amount of gear in a small space is sometimes needed. Now, if you think you would have no use for something like this, then you probably don't. But I even have found, because when I first got, I took a gamble, $15 or whatever on this Maxpedition, and I had a bigger Maxpedition before that one. So I knew their pros, and I wouldn't necessarily say cons. It's not really a con if it's bigger or heavier or whatever. It's because you have more gear, bigger gear, so the more you shove in these, the heavier it's going to get, the bulkier it's going to be, obviously. But if you aren't that worried about it, something like this is perfect, because you can fit quite a bit in there and still slide this bad boy in your back pocket. Your front pocket, you better have some bigger pants. But for your back pocket, if you know you're going to be on your feet for several hours and you might need some gear, this is going to be perfect. If you're going to be up, down, sitting, walking, you don't really know what you're getting into, and you need just a couple of items, and you don't know what pocket will be available or what have you, the skinnier, smaller one might be to your benefit. The problem is there's so many choices, so many pouches. Some of them are garbage, I will tell you right off the get-go. Some of them are just plain garbage, cheap junk. This one, I don't know about this one. I think this is USA made as well. But this one is made in America, proudly stitched right in the center there. And then you see the STW, which is the maker's little tag. But I love this charcoal pouch. It's awesome. And it's durable as hell. This is Cordura. Very good stuff. Very great pouch. They are they're 40 bucks or so, somewhere in that nature. And I think these were like 30 bucks maybe. I can double check and let you guys know. I'll leave links. This is out of stock right now anyway, and I'll link this guy down below. But I just wanted to do kind of like an overview of these two. I was gonna say I have even known people who basically blew pouches off, didn't ever think it was going to be something they could use. And then they get one, they drop the 30 or 40 bucks on something like this, and then they end up really liking them because they are useful. And if you decide you don't end up needing it, you don't have to carry it then. You could put some gear in it, throw it in your vehicle, throw it in a bag, whatever. It's not only is it great to carry gear on yourself, but it's awesome to make little kits that could be directed for anything. Like you could make a lighting kit, so you could do flashlights, lighter, little candle, whatever. Or you could do a fire kit with a ferro rod and a lighter and whatever. You could just do, a gear one like I have here. You could do like Lefty does and designate one or two of these for fidgets. So there are a bunch of uses for things like these. I did check this Shadowborn Hanks EDC collab is coming in at $35 even. And you do get the bead and the patch along with it. One patch, not three like you see here. I did that myself. And then I did check on this one as well. This one is also coming in at 35. So two really good deals. If you type in StwMN into the search bar of Etsy, they'll pop right up. There's black ones, there's charcoal ones, there's blue ones, there's camo ones, there's orange ones, there's small ones, medium ones. There's really big ones, so you can hop on there and check it out for yourself. It looks as though he's coming out with some various other stuff. So I will link StwMN, which I think stands for like Southwest Minnesota, I think, or something like that. I know that's where he is anyway. But I think if you're interested, one of these two is a great way to go. If you don't want to spend the 35, I highly, highly recommend the Maxpedition pouch. It's a great little pouch. And my problem was I was always putting too much in it and it just didn't fit with me. And I still could even try to EDC this one. What's cool is it has this pull handle. So if you do have it in your back pocket, you have easy, even if I would tuck it down like this and then I could stick my hand right in there and pull it out. You don't necessarily have to leave that just sticking out. You could, depending on your situation, but very well done. Maxpedition makes some of the best gear you can get. I've been using their products for a long time, and they are all done well, and a lot of it is very fair priced. I think you can get these on sale sometimes for like 15 bucks. 20 bucks is probably about the average, depending on what color, if there's sales, etc. But I just wanted to do a quick pouch, EDC pouch overview, so it can hopefully help someone if they really have been looking at getting a pouch and they just don't know where to start. I would not go anything bigger than this. So if you see dimensions that are bigger than 6 inches long, you definitely don't want it. And if you see anything, so 6 by 4, if you see anything bigger than that, because if you look up Maxpeditions, they have tons of pouches in all kinds of sizes. I got one that was called, before I really knew anything, I got one that was, I think, the pocket organizer, and it ended up being like this big. It was like 10 inches long, and it's a wide one too. It's probably about this wide. I just didn't look at the dimensions. Now I use that pouch all the time, so it's not a big deal. But you want to make sure you're looking at that when you go to order one. Even with these. Now this one kind of stands alone by itself. If you catch it in stock, this is the only one, so it's pretty easy to decipher. But you want to make sure you're checking the dimensions, because you could get yourself something that you just aren't expecting. In other words, not that you couldn't make use out of it though. So that will wrap it up, guys. Like I said, I'll link this guy down below, StwMN on Etsy, and then the Shadowborn Hanks EDC collab pouch. Both a little different in their style, but very similar in their capabilities. They're both awesome. And if you ask me which one would I pick over the other, if I had to pick one, for EDC purposes, I would go with this one. Specifically for EDC. If you're talking for all around, though, I would probably go with this one, just because of the space and the capabilities that it has. You can fit a lot more in this pouch than I have in it. This one's made for just kind of a couple items, like 4, maybe 5 items, depending on what they are. But all right, guys, if you are still here, I thank you very much for watching the whole video. I really appreciate all of you who do. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. I really appreciate everyone who likes and comments and watches the entire videos. I'm going to keep saying it. It might get old to some people, but I really do appreciate everyone who does all of those things. So with that being said, that will be it for tonight. I look forward to chatting with you guys later. I will catch you guys later. See ya.